Your cooling fans are running perfectly. You've replaced the thermostat, flushed the radiator, maybe even installed a new temperature sensor, yet your engine still overheats. So what's really causing it? In this video, I'll show you 6 hidden problems that many mechanics overlook. 1. Low coolant level or air trapped in the cooling system. If the coolant level is low, or if air is trapped inside the cooling system, the engine's cooling efficiency will be significantly reduced. No matter how long the cooling fans keep running, they will not be able to bring the engine temperature down. That's why you should regularly check your vehicle's coolant level and repair any leaks in the cooling system. Otherwise, the engine will continue to overheat, and the cooling fans won't solve the problem. To learn about every possible coolant leak location in the engine, watch the dedicated video linked in the description below. 2. Radiator blocked internally or externally. The radiator acts as the vehicle's heat exchanger and plays a major role in lowering the coolant temperature. For that reason, it must be in good condition to do its job properly. Using top water can cause mineral deposits and scale to build up inside the radiator, restricting coolant flow and preventing proper circulation through the cooling system. A radiator that's clogged externally with dirt, dust, or insects also restricts airflow through the filling fins, reducing heat transfer efficiency. In this situation, even if the cooling fans run continuously, the engine temperature will not decrease. 3. Faulty water pump. A faulty water pump doesn't always mean it has stopped spinning completely. It may still rotate normally and make no unusual noise, yet fail to circulate coolant properly because the impeller blades are worn or slipping. In this situation, the engine temperature may actually drop while driving at highway speeds. However, it will rise noticeably at low speeds or in heavy traffic. Under these conditions, the cooling fans won't be able to lower the engine temperature no matter how long they keep running. To learn about all the symptoms of a faulty water pump, watch the dedicated video linked in the description below. 4. Blown head gasket. Even a small leak between the combustion chamber and the engine's coolant passages can cause the coolant temperature to rise quickly and continuously. In this case, running the cooling fans won't solve the problem. Don't worry though, we've already covered every symptom of a blown head gasket in a previous video. You can watch it using the link in the description below. 5. The cooling system can't maintain pressure. A faulty radiator cap or coolant reservoir cap may no longer be able to maintain enough pressure inside the cooling system. As the pressure escapes and drops close to atmospheric pressure, the coolant begins to boil, causing the engine temperature to rise. To explain this more clearly, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius under normal atmospheric pressure. However, when water is under higher pressure, its boiling point increases. For example, instead of boiling at 100 degrees Celsius, water can boil at approximately 120 degrees Celsius under 1.5 bar of pressure. So, if the radiator cap or coolant reservoir cap can no longer hold pressure inside the cooling system, the coolant will boil and overflow from the system. The cooling fans won't be able to fix this problem. To learn about all the causes of coolant boiling, watch the dedicated video linked in the description below. 6. A restriction in the cooling system. A blockage anywhere in the engine's cooling system, whether it's caused by a restricted hose, a thermostat stuck in the closed position, or a partial restriction anywhere in the system, will prevent coolant from reaching every part of the engine and circulating properly. In other words, the coolant becomes trapped in a closed section of the engine. As a result, the engine temperature rises while the cooling fans continue running without solving the problem. So don't rush into replacing engine parts without making a proper diagnosis first. Otherwise, you could end up spending a lot of money without fixing the real problem. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. This is AutoFix Zone. I'll see you in the next one.